What did you see on your trip, Allison?
Tons of people watching at the beach, and there was one couple that I was mesmerized by because the wife clearly wanted her beach day. She had traveled to the beach. She wanted to lay out in the sand. She wanted to dip her toes in the water. She was loving that, just relaxing on the beach. But that was not what her husband was doing. Her husband could care less that they were at the beach. Instead, he had not one, but two different drones that he kept putting up in the air, flying all around the beach, seeing the sights. And then he had this motorized like RC car that was pretty big that he was just like, he would go up to the back of the beach where no one really was and just race it back and forth. So he was just there to play with his toys. He like even had like a cover over his head. Like he was not interested in being on the beach at all other than playing with the toys.
Hilarious. There's something about a grown man playing with toys that's hilarious to me. I love it. Kind of reminds me as far as like a compromise situation that I witnessed with my grandparents who they've been married over 60 years now.
Yeah.
And whenever I was up at their house with my mom a summer or two ago, my mom and grandma wanted to go shopping. And I was like, well, this is perfect. Me and my pap will just stay back, do yard work or whatever he wants to do. But he was like, no, I'd like to go with you guys. We should all go together. And I was like, very strange, because I've heard stories whenever people aren't visiting my grandparents, like my grandfather will take my grandmother shopping.
Yeah.
And he'll sit in the car while she walks through the store, which is bizarre to me.
What is he doing while sitting in the car? What is his game plan of this shopping trip?
Well, he told me, kind of pulled me to the side. He's like, I heard where they're going, and my favorite ice cream place is right by there.
I gotta get me some of that ice cream.
And sure enough, it was like clockwork. First of all, he was not interested in shopping very long. He was like, all right, let's get it, move on. Let's get, did you see everything you want to see, Barb? Like, do we need anything else? And then he he acted like he had not thought about it one time whatsoever. He just said, oh, New Baltimore ice cream is right over here. We could go there. Oh. And I was like, nah, I think I gave him a fist bump. 601-995-1017. What is the compromise that you make? Like, if you get to do the thing and your significant other goes with you, then you have to let him do what?
Yeah, I mean, I have not experienced this myself. It's one of the things that scares me about being in a couple. It's like, how will we figure out the compromises if I'm like this wife who wants her beach day and the husband's like, I could care less about that. But I do remember with my parents growing up, they usually did not want to go shopping together unless they were going to Walgreens. Oh, they both loved
Walgreens.
Yeah, they would not be able to go to Walgreens and spend less than $200. I don't know what it was about Walgreens, but that was the place that they could shop together and both really enjoyed shopping together.
That is hilarious.
I know.
What a random store to be like, we can't agree on much, but the one thing that we can agree on, Walgreens. Wow.
It's the best place to go shopping, I guess.
Sky texted us about the couple compromise that you make, 601-995-1017. She said, y'all are making me think of my sweet pawpaw. He probably got ice cream at times too, but he would always take my grandma to Belk and sit in the chairs out front and wait patiently for her. He never complained. He was the sweetest and most funny guy I knew.
Ooh, you think he was getting his dose of alone outside time?
Could be.
He's like, I'm just going to sit on these benches. I'm not going to have to talk to anyone. I'm not going to have to deal with anyone. And then she's going to be happy and I'll also be happy.
Also, she lost me with the comparison to her pawpaw and my pap, whatever she said. He never complained. It's like, that's where pawpaw and pap were different.
Pap be complaining.
Yeah, there was some complaining. And oh my gosh, the sound my grandmother let out that time we were coming back from shopping, the four of us, my grandparents, my mom, and me, and he recommended going to get ice cream. Richard, you don't need ice cream. Like, she yelled at him. We got ice cream, though. We did. Got it.
Adam and Allison in the morning.